The walk cycle was not the first exercise I had started with. Beginning with the stylized walk, I wanted to ensure that I knew how to make exaggerated movements and create character, so that when I went back to the walk cycle it would seem much easier in comparison and I was quicker to pick up mistakes. I wanted to characterize the rig by adding a wave, so that it was not entirely flat. For the stylized walk, my first image of walking with a particular motion were of the Sims 4 preset walking cycles you can choose for your character. I remember a lot of them were very quick and hurried postures, and I picked the sluggish walk, as the hands had a lot of sway and character to them that was similar to my video reference. I decided last second to add a secondary effect to the head so that it wasn't so still above the chest, as if he was swaying to music or a beat, which helped sell the movement of the hands. The jump felt very similar to the fox exercise in Assessment 1. I knew from the exercise that a lot of squash and stretch was going to be involved to get the rig across the gap. My go-tos for video reference for dynamic action is parkour. I needed extremely realistic leg impact and accurate follow-through timing, and I knew from parkour classes that a lot of the focus is on feet and knees, and where energy needs to be put when landing. Looking over the end result, I added a slide for follow-through to show the audience that the amount of energy it took to get the character across and how much time it would take to stop, similarly to train and bus momentum, takes a greater time to stop from the fast movement. Exaggeration was used very sparingly for the push animation, until the fall had a large amount of height that needed a dramatic push down to get the character to the ground in a realistic amount of time. I had implemented this as a concept after researching chasing and falling scenes from the Tom and Jerry TV show, and realized how common follow-through and exaggeration was in shows to get a pose done quickly. The pull exercise, when first keyed, did not feel natural when using the pose-to-pose method, as I did not yet have a final key I was passionate about for the emotion I wanted to convey. Using the straight-ahead method for blocking the keys for start and finish, compared to the other exercises, felt much more natural to see where the end progression would be. Pulling let me experiment the most with comedy through secondary action. The main action was pulling, but the legs would work against the arms to make sure the object stayed where it was.